Hello friends, welcome to today's session on Arithmetic Progressions. In this session I am going to explain third question for you from exercise 5.3 page number 112 chapter 5 Arithmetic Progressions. So let's read the question. In an AP given A is equal to 5, D is equal to 3, N is equal to 50, find N and Sn. So he has given that value of A is 5, D is equal to 3 and An is equal to 50. We have to find out the value of N first. So what is the formula we are going to use here to find the value of N? We know An, right? So what will be the formula we will be using here? You are right, An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So we will use that formula to calculate n value. So let us see. The formula for An is A plus n minus 1 into D. So I will substitute the values here. A is 5. 5 plus n minus 1 into D is 3 is equal to An is 50. So n minus 1 into 3 is equal to 50 minus 5, that is equal to 45. N minus 1 is equal to 45 by 3, that is equal to 15. That implies n is equal to 15 plus 1, that is equal to 16. So I got the value of n as 16. Now I have to find out the value of Sn. So which is the formula we are going to use here for calculating Sn? We know the last term and the first term and the number of terms. So we can use the formula n by 2 into A plus L. Here A is the first term, L is the last term, n is the number of terms in the series. So we found the value of n just now, that is 16. And let us substitute the values here. 16 by 2 into A is 5 plus last term is 50. That is equal to 55 into 8. That is equal to 8 5s are 40, 8 5s are 40, 440. So the sum of first 16 terms in this AP is S16 is equal to 440. Now let's move to the next second question. Given A is equal to 7, S13 is equal to 35, find D and S13. So here he has given the first term is 7 and the 13th term is 35. We have to find out the value of D, common difference. So what is the formula here we are going to use? He has given A13 is equal to 35. So we know the value of n. N is equal to 13. A is equal to 7. A13 is equal to 35. N is equal to 7. So which is the formula we can use here? Again, An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A13 becomes, we use this formula, An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We are going to use this formula here. So A becomes 7 plus n is 13. Sorry, n is 13. 13 minus 1 is 12 into D is equal to 35. 12D is equal to 35 minus 7. That is equal to 28. D is equal to 28 by 12. 4 3s are 12, 4 7s are 28. That is equal to 7 by 3. So I got the common difference value as 7 by 3. Now what do we have to find out? We have to find out S13, that is sum of the first 13 terms in this arithmetic progression. Again here we know the n value, we know the starting value and the ending value. So we can find out the sum of the first 13 terms in this series. So S13 becomes, S13 is equal to 13 by 2 into A is 7 plus L is 35. That is equal to 13 by 2 into 42. 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. 21 into 13. That is equal to 13 1s are 13, 13 2s are 26, 127, 273. So the sum of first 13 terms in this series is S13 is equal to 273. So you have to understand which formula you have to use given the information. That is all you have to figure out. And once you figure out the formula you have to use, you can quickly make the calculations. Now let's go to the third part of this question. Given A12 is equal to 37, D is equal to 3, find A and S12. First of all, he has given the 12th term is 37 and we know the common difference D is 3. We have to find out the first term. So which formula can we use here? You are right, An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Here we know A12, here n is equal to 12, right? We know the n value is 12 and D value is 3 and An value is 37. So we can find out the A value from this equation. So let's substitute the values. A plus 12 minus 1 into D is 3 is equal to 37. A plus 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 into 3 is 33 is equal to 37. So A is equal to 37 minus 33, that is equal to 4. So I got the value of A as 4. Now what do we have to find out? S12, that is sum of the first 12 terms in this arithmetic progression. So again we know the first term and we already have the information of the last term, right? L is equal to 37 and we know the number of terms, that is n is equal to 12. Now we will substitute these values in this equation. N by 2 into Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. So S12 becomes 12 by 2 into A is, we got the value of A as 4 plus L is 37. That is equal to 2 ones are 2 6 are 7 4 11. So 41 into 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 fours are 24, 246. So the sum of first 12 terms in arithmetic progression is 246. Now let's move to the fourth question in this third Roman. He has given A3 is equal to 15, S10 is equal to 125. Find the common difference D and A10. So let us write down the information he has given. We are not yet clear which formula to use. So let us write down A3 is equal to 15. So we know the formula of An, right? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So A3 becomes is equal to 15. So A3 becomes A plus 3 minus 1 into D is equal to 15. That implies A plus 2D is equal to 15. This is first equation. We got this from this. A3 is equal to 15. Now S10 is equal to 125. Here we know the n value and the sum of the first n terms in this arithmetic progression. So we know the formula of Sn, right? We are going to use the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Why are we using this formula? Why not Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l? We are using this formula because we already have an equation with the terms a and d. So if we use this formula, we will get another equation with the terms a and d. So we can solve both the equations to get the values of a and d. That's why we are taking this equation, this formula for Sn. So here Sn is equal to, S10 is equal to 125, n is equal to 10. So 10 by 2 into 2a plus 10 minus 1 into d is equal to 125. 2 ones are 2 5s are 2a plus 10 minus 1 is 9. 2a plus 9d is equal to 125 by 5. That is equal to 25. So I have two equations. 2a plus 9d is equal to 25 and a plus 2d is equal to 15. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Sorry. Now I'll multiply this equation 2 with 2. Multiplying on both sides by 2 into 2. So it becomes 2a plus 4d is equal to 30. Two a plus 9d is equal to 25. And then 2a plus 9 2s are 4d is equal to 30. So I am subtracting this. A gets cancelled. 9 minus 4 is 5d is equal to minus 5. That implies d is equal to minus 1. I got the value of d as minus 1. So what is the value of d? Find the value of d. We got the value of d as minus 1. Now I have to find out a10. So what will be a10? We know the formula of an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So a10 becomes, a10 is equal to a plus 10 minus 1 into d. That is equal to a plus 9d. That is equal to a is, okay, we got the value of d as minus 1, right? So let's substitute this d value is equal to minus 1 in this equation. A plus 2d is equal to 15. A plus 2 into minus 1 is equal to 15. A is equal to 15 plus 2, that is equal to 17. So I got the a value as 17. So 17 plus 9 into d is minus. So the value of a10 is 8. Now let's move to the fifth part of the third question. Given d is equal to 5, s9 is equal to 75, find a and an. So he has given the d. We know the d value, we know the sn value, and we know the n value also. N is equal to 9. Now we have to find out a. So in order to do that, we will use the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the equation we are going to use for solving this formula, for solving this problem. N is 9 by 2 into 2a plus 9 minus 1 is 8 into d is 5 is equal to, what is S9? 75. So 9 by 2 into 2a plus 40 is equal to 75. 2a plus 40 is equal to 75 into 2 by 9. 3 3s are 9, 3 25 is 75, 25 2s are 50 by 3. So 2a is equal to 50 by 3 minus 40. That is equal to 50 minus 120 divided by 3. That is equal to minus 70 by 3. That implies a is equal to minus 70 by 3 divided by 2 is equal to minus 35 by 3. So the answer of a is minus 35 by 3. Now we have to find out a9. What will be a9? We know the formula of an, right? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now a9 becomes, a9 is equal to a plus 9 minus 1 into d. That is equal to a plus 8d. So what will be a? The value of A is, we got minus 35 by 3 plus 8 into common difference D is 5. That is equal to 40 minus 35 by 3. That is equal to 4 3s are 120 minus 35 by 3. That is equal to 85 by 3. So A9 value is 85 by 3. Hope this is clear for you. He has given the values of common difference S9 and we have to find out the value of A and A9. So for finding the value of A9, I have used this formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here we know the value of Sn, n and d. So from this equation I found the value of A as minus 35 by 3. Now A9 will be a plus 8d. So I have substituted the values of A and d and got the value of A9 as 85 by 3. Now let's move to the sixth question in the third problem. Here he has given A is equal to 2, D is equal to 8, Sn is equal to 90, find n and An. So here we are going to use the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here we know the value of Sn, which is 90, a value is 2 and d value is 8. And from this equation we will get a quadratic equation in n and we will solve that equation for the values of n. So let us substitute the values here. N by 2 into 2a, 2 into 2 plus n minus 1 into d is 8 is equal to Sn is 90. That is equal to n by 2 into 4 plus 8n minus 8 is equal to 90. That is equal to n by 2 into 8n minus 4 is equal to 90. 2 1s are 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4. That is equal to 4n square minus 2n minus 90 is equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation we got. Now we will solve this quadratic equation by factorizing it and finding the values of n. So first of all, to do that we will multiply minus 90 into 4, that is equal to 360, right? So and we will take the LCM for 360. So this is the LCM. Now I can write 4n square plus 2 minus 2n as 4n square minus 20n plus 18n minus 90 is equal to 0. And 20 into minus 20 into 18 is minus 360. So this works. So if I take 4n common, 4n into n minus 5 plus 18 into n minus 5 is equal to 0. So that implies n minus 5 is equal to 0 or 4n plus 18 is equal to 0. That implies n is equal to 5 or n is equal to minus 18 by 4. That is equal to minus 9 by 2. But n value can only be a positive integer, right? Because n is the number of terms. It cannot be a negative fraction. So we will not consider this and we will consider this as the value of n. So first we solved the first part of the question, that is finding the value of n. Now we have to find out an. That is the fifth term in the arithmetic progression, a5. a5 is equal to, we know the formula of an, right? An formula is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So I will substitute the value of n here, a plus 5 minus 1 into d, that is equal to a plus 4d. So what is the value of A? 2 plus 4 into what is the value of common difference? D is 8. That is equal to 8 4s are 32 plus 2, that is equal to 34. So the fifth term in this series is 34. This is the answer for the second part of the question, that is finding the an value. Now let's move to the seventh part of the question. Given a is equal to 8, an is equal to 62, sn is equal to 210, find n and d. So he has given the first term and the last term and the sum of the n terms in the arithmetic progression. We have to find the value of n. We have two formulae for calculating Sn, right? One is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. The another formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Here l is the last term. So which formula should we use for calculating n here in both the equations? Among the two formulae, which formula should we use for calculating n? You are right, we have to use Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Because we know the first term and the last term, right? And Sn, so we can calculate the n value easily. So we will substitute the values here. N by 2 into 8 plus 62 is equal to 210. N by 2 into 70 is equal to 210. N is equal to 210 into 2 divided by 70. 7 3s are 3 2s are 6. So how many terms are there? There are 6 terms in this series. Now we have to find out the common difference also. For calculating common difference, we know the value of an, right? N value is 6. A6 is 62. A6 is equal to 62. Now we know the formula of an. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So I will substitute the value of 6 in this equation and solve for d. I know the value of a6, I know the value of a, I know the value of n, and I can find out the value of d. So 8 plus 6 minus 1 into d is equal to 62. 6 minus 1 into d is equal to 62 minus 8, that is equal to 54. 6 minus 1 is 5. D is equal to 54 divided by 5. So the answer for common difference is 54 divided by 5. Hope this is clear for you. So let's look at the 8th problem from the 3rd question. So he has given an is equal to 4, d is equal to 2, sn is equal to minus 14. We have to find n and a. Now let's look at the information he has given. An is equal to 4. What is the formula of an? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So what is an? An is equal to 4. And we know d is equal to 2. We'll substitute d here. A plus n minus 1 into 2 is equal to 4. A plus 2n is equal to 4 plus 2, that is equal to 6. So this is one equation. A plus 2n is equal to 6. This is first equation we got. And the second thing he has given is Sn is equal to minus 14. Sn is equal to minus 14. We know the formula of Al, right? Sn is equal to A plus L by 2 into n. Here a is the first term, L is the last term, and n by 2 is the number of terms in the series. So we know Sn is equal to minus 14, n by 2 into a plus L is 4. A plus 4 is equal to minus 14. So n into a plus 4 is equal to minus 28. n is equal to minus 28 divided by a plus 4. Now this is equation 2. So let us substitute the value of n in the equation 1. So I will substitute this equation 2 in the value of equation 1. So a plus 2 into minus 28 divided by a plus 4 is equal to 6. A into a plus 4 minus 56 is equal to 6 into a plus 4. A square plus 4a minus 56 is equal to 6a plus 24. So a square plus 4a minus 6a is minus 2a. Minus 56 minus 24 is minus 80 is equal to 0. So this can be again written in the form of a square minus 10a plus 8a minus 80 is equal to 0. I am factorizing this to find the value of a. So a into a minus 10 plus 8 into a minus 10 is equal to 0. So I got two values for a here. That implies a is equal to 10 or a is equal to minus 8. Now what will be the value of n from equation 1? We know equation 1 is equal to a plus 2n is equal to 6, right? The equation 1 is a plus 2n is equal to 6. So n becomes six minus a by 2. So this is to be n should be a positive integer, right? It cannot take negative values because n is the number of terms in the series. So in order for n to be a positive integer, a can only be minus 8. If I take a as 10, then n becomes negative integer. So that's why we will consider only a as minus 8. We will not consider a as 10. This is not considered. We only consider a is equal to minus 8. Only then n value will be a positive integer. So 6 minus of minus 8 divided by 2. That is equal to 14 by 2. That is equal to 7. So how many terms are there in the series? 7 terms are there in this series. Hope this is clear for you. I will explain the problem once again. He has given an is equal to 4, d is equal to 2, Sn is equal to minus 14. We have to find out the value of n and a. So we know the formula of an, right? An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equal to 4. I have substituted the value of d here as 2 and I got the equation a plus 2n is equal to 6. This is first equation. Now we know Sn is equal to 14. So Sn, sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. So now I have substituted the values of L here in this equation. N by 2 into a plus 4 is equal to minus 14. So n into a plus 4 is equal to minus 28. I got the value of n as minus 28 divided by a plus 4. This is equation 2. Now I have substituted the value of n in the equation 1. I have substituted the value of n in the equation 1. A plus 2n is equal to 6. And I have solved for a. I got a quadratic equation a square minus 2a is minus 80 is equal to 0. So and I got the value of a as 10 and a is equal to minus 8. We have taken a is equal to minus 8 but not a is equal to 10 because a is equal to 10 gives a negative number for n value, which is not possible. N can only be a positive integer. So that's why a is equal to minus 8. Now let's move to the ninth question. Given a is equal to 3, n is equal to 8, s is equal to 192, find d. So he has given the s value, n value and a value. We have to find out the common difference d. We know the formula of Sn, right? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here we know the value of Sn, which is 192, and we know the value of n, which is 8, and we have the value of a, which is 3. So we have to find out the value of d. So we will substitute these values in this equation and solve for d. So n by 2 is 8 by 2 into 2a plus 8 minus 1 is 7 into d is equal to 192. 2 1s are 2 4s are 8. So 3 2s are 6 plus 7d is equal to 192 by 4. That is equal to 4 4s are 16. 4 8s are 32, 48. So that implies 7d is equal to 48 minus 6, that is equal to 42. That implies d is equal to 42 divided by 7. 7 1s are 7 6 are 6. So the common difference is 6. This is a small problem. Here he has given the formula for, he has given the values of Sn, n and a. We have to find out the value of d. So we know the formula of Sn, right? N by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I have substituted the values of Sn, n and a in this equation and solved for d. I got the answer of d as 6. Now let's move to the 10th question. Given L is equal to 28, S is equal to 144 and there are total 9 terms, find A. So he has given L is equal to 28, Sn is equal to 144 and n value is 9. We know the formula of Sn when the last term is given. What is Sn formula? Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. So what is the value of n? N is 9. 9 by 2 into A plus last term is 28. 28 is equal to Sn is 144. So 9 1s are 9 16s are. A plus 28 is equal to 16 2s are 32. That implies A is equal to 32 minus 28. That is equal to 4. So the value of A is 4. Hope this is clear for you. That's all for this session. And please refer to other videos for more solved questions in this exercise. And please leave your feedback in the comment section below. And subscribe and share the channel and the videos. Until then, see you.